Hello, Cancer, and happy equinox. We're going to be doing something a little bit different this reading. I decided to do 1, 2, and 3 cards for the spring season. So this first card is going to be from the equinox, so March to April. This card represents April to May, and this card represents May to the summer solstice. And we're going to do a little mini reading for each card. So let's start with your first one. Okay, 37, ideal course of action. Second card is hope. And your third card is Book of Spells, learning. Okay, so let's push these up here. And we're going to start with your March through April. Oh, good grief. Okay, that's a little much. Okay, Cancer, March through April. Okay, we have Roots of Abundance. Bearing Fruit. And the Storyteller. Wow, you have a lot of 2s in your reading. Interesting. So we have 2 and 12 and 25 and 22. And there's a 7 too. There's a 7 and there's a 7 there. We have our 1s. 2 and 5 equals 7. 1 and 2 equal 3. This is telling me, so from what I'm getting from this, is you're on the right course. You're on the right path that you need to be on. And whatever you're putting your mind to right now, whatever you focus on, is going to bring you success. You have a lot of, even though I don't like the belief in luck, you have a lot of good fortune that it's like you start something and it's just automatically kind of destined to succeed or get you to where you need to go or get seen. That's awesome. Okay. And the I'm picking up on the pink in these 2 images. And the first thing that comes to mind is heart-based. Whatever action that you take needs to be heart-based, and it's going to absolutely succeed. This card right here, the Storyteller card, is all about writing your own story. It's all about creating, and the word that's coming through that they're saying is manifesting. But it's manifesting from your heart. And so when you align with something that is heart-based, it's going to work out for you. And we even have roots of abundance and bearing fruit. And it feels like this ideal course of action. Either you've already found it, you may not know it yet, but you've either found the right path for you. I mean, I like I said, you're on the right path, but like you know which way you want to take forward, or you're going to soon in the March and April time frame. And it feels like the energy is very exciting, and it's very, maybe not fast paced, but it's picking up quickly, and it's starting to move and gain momentum, and it feels really good for you. This is some really good, really like exciting energy. Let's see, what else? So another thing is that whatever path you choose, like whatever you want to take, whatever course of action you want to take, whichever direction calls to you and it's really attracted to your heart, even if you're starting from scratch, because it's heart-based, its roots are going to be automatically abundant. So what they're showing me is like there's there's abundance at the base of the roots deep down. But in order to get the roots, you have to plant the seed. You have to tend the plant. And eventually it'll start growing. So it's like whatever path you go down, career-wise, love life, whatever you want to do with, whatever you're looking to do with your life, however you want to write your story, it's very magical is the first word that comes to mind, because it's all magic based and it's heart based. And when you come at something with joy and passion, it's going to be successful. And it feels like you're in a really good place to identify. It's like, you know, other signs they're dealing with karma and healing and things like that. And it feels like you've done the work that's necessary. And so you were at the phase of reaping the rewards. It's time for you. You've done the work. You've put in the work. And now it's time to find the success and to find the joy. And it's all right there for you. And so if you don't yet see it, it's coming. And like I said, it's this March, April time frame. So it's coming within the next month. That's fantastic. That is exciting. Okay. So we will put this aside. Okay, we will put March and April aside. And then we will work on April to May. Okay, so guys, Cancer, what is your forecast for April to May? Okay, I don't think you're out of the woods yet completely on healing. What's coming through is there may be, like, see how she's walking into the storm right here? She's like facing the storm. There may be some things that pop up as you follow your journey, but what's coming through is that it's like any last little bits of fears that are inside of you, childhood trauma, karmic energy, anything like that. It's coming up and you're going to face it though. You're going to face it and you're going to be fine. And it's going to, it's like any last little bits, and the universe is presenting you with opportunities to just clear the last little bits. And so anything that you're starting in March and April is just going to blow up. Okay. Here we go. We have meadow, vulnerability. Island, solitude, and movement. That's interesting too, because she's in the field right here. There's a field right here. It feels like she's being vulnerable. She's letting her fears come up and she's facing them. What's this solitude? River. You know, it's funny, this tree, the first word that came to mind when I saw this tree was hope, and that's the name of this card. There's intuition. See the purple here and the purple there and the yellow and the yellow. First words that come to mind, self-doubt. So I think as you're going through this journey, as you find your path, and like I said, you know, fears coming up, I think there's going to be some self-doubt coming with it too. There's going to be a little bit of, and it also feels like your intuition. Your intuition is coming into play. So you might be starting a career or some kind of path that's very spiritual based. For those of you who are, it feels like you have a lot of connection with your intuition. You have a lot of messages coming in from your guides, but you're doubting yourself. You're not trusting. And they're showing me that you're just like, you have to just throw yourself out there. You have to just put it all out there. No, excuse me. And just trust that they have guided you, that you've been guided to this point for a reason. There is a purpose that you were in this place. Okay? And the spells is coming up too. You are a very magical, very powerful person. And it is your purpose to connect with your intuition. And, you know, maybe your path isn't spiritual based, like your career path or anything like that. Maybe that's not your path. Maybe it is. Whatever the case, whatever you do in your life, you do it with intuition. You rely on your intuition. You have a lot of messages coming in, and you have a lot of magic, and they're asking you to trust, to be vulnerable. Allow your feelings to come up. If you have self-doubts, if you have fears, allow them to surface. Allow yourself to process through them. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself, to other people. Allow the emotions to flow. We have a flowing river, okay? Allow everything to flow through you. Process them. Don't block them. Don't block your emotions or shove them back down inside of you. Whatever, accept them, honor them. That's the word I was looking for. Honor your feelings. It's okay to have self-doubt. It is absolutely natural to have self-doubt. Honor those feelings. Allow yourself to feel them. I want to take one more card. I don't know what, I'm just going to trust my guides. I want to take one more card. Okay. Emergence. Okay, sorry, everything is drastically crooked. Maybe it's my camera that's crooked. Oh well. Emergence, you're coming out of your shell. Dragonfly, she's covered in dragonflies. It's transformation. That's magic. Like the flowers, they open. The water lilies open, and everything grows and opens. And this is your time. This is your time to emerge, and you have a lot of magic in you. And so it's like March and April, you're starting your path. You're starting to follow something. You're starting to follow your heart. And it's going to be successful. You might have some doubts coming up as you go through that journey, which is absolutely natural. It's natural to have those things come up. And it's like the universe asking you, okay, are you ready for this? Because things might get really crazy. Things might move really fast. But if you're ready to really align with your spiritual path and really walk your path, then let's heal anything that's left over for you. Let's get you aligned. Let's get you connecting with your intuition and really trusting yourself. And let's get rid of your self-doubt, because you have to trust yourself, because you're magical. Okay, so that's April, May. So maybe we'll put these over here. And then let's see what is coming up for May, June, Cancer. Guides, what is coming up for Cancer, May, and June? Okay. The Grail Fairy. Fertility. Life, health, life cycles. Okay. Cancer, and okay, wow. Three Graces. The first thing that came to mind with this card, though, it's muses. People giving you ideas. Fertility, health, life cycles. It feels like you're coming back from, maybe you had to be in solitude a little while. Maybe you had to take some time while you process these feelings, but it feels like you're coming out of it. Stolen in her sleep, unaware, unconscious, unawakened. It feels like there's someone in your space that sees this new and renewed energy in you, and this new hope, and this new, like, you're going to have an energy. Your energy is changing, and you're aligning with abundance. You're aligning with success. And it feels like there's someone that doesn't like it. So you might come in touch with someone this month. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card on that. But you are surrounded by muses. Like, you're going to have all sorts of ideas and inspiration. And you're coming back to life and fertility. Fertility is, what I'm getting for you is fertility is like new projects, new beginnings. It could literally mean fertility. You might get pregnant. But it's like new life is growing. And maybe not in projects, but you feel renewed. You feel full of life, and you feel like you have something to live for, and something that really brings you joy, and you really feel like you have a sense of purpose. And I'm not sure if you haven't felt that, for a really long time, or maybe it was just this month where you were going through some emotions. But by the time May, June comes around, it's like that renewed, healthy, satisfying, positive, excited life cycle. So let's do one more card and see what this card represents. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Green Man's Bride. Interesting. Have all these trolls. She's wearing a white dress, and then they're talking about a bride. This might be, oh my gosh. So someone might be getting married. Because this is, I see this as like, what they showed me is like the bridesmaids at the wedding. Someone might actually be getting married in May, June, which, okay, that would make sense because May, June is a very, very perfect time for weddings. Maybe it's surprise. Oh my gosh, it's funny because that even looks like a troll, and those look like the trolls. So someone might be actually getting married in May, June. Like I said, it could be a surprise, like a last minute wedding, or it could be something you've planned. Look at that. We have another 25 here, like the 25 here. We have another 1. We have the 1s over here, another 1, and a 5. 5 signifies change. And if that's broken down, it can be combined to represent 2. And we have the abundance, rooted abundance, and then you have the green. Let's see what messages are coming through. Okay, it feels like everything, see how everything is just kind of brown and we merge into this green? Like we were talking about the life cycles and fertility. It feels like you have a bride, like a young bride, and then she becomes a wife. And it's, in very old times, that would be the time to get pregnant. And so this, not just literal fertility, this is saying to me that it's a period of growth. May, June timeframe. It's when things are like taking seed, taking root, and actually growing. Okay, so it feels like you have your March, April timeframe where you have where you're kind of planning. I guess it's looking like this is a planning mode. Like, what do you want to do? What story do you want to create for yourself? Which direction do you want to go? How do you want your life to look? And to get in touch with your passions. And then followed by some residual energies that are coming up. Are you ready for this? Let's clear out the fears. Let's clear out the self-doubt, because you have some amazing things ahead of you and you don't have time for self-doubt. And the May, June timeframe is when things really start getting going. You have inspiration, you have fertility, you have things starting to blossom and take seed and grow. So whatever you're planting in March, the seeds are starting to take root by the summer equinox. And the book of spells, let's see. I was looking at these. The moon is coming out to me, and it's more of the cycles. So you might be in a phase. You know what? Leadership. The words leadership is coming through. Like a teacher, a leader, a guide. You're going to be looked at by others. You're going to be, for whatever you're doing, you're going to be seen. You're going to be taken notice. People are going to take notice of you. And they're saying, get your shit together. So sorting out your stuff, your feelings, your emotions, your blockages right here. And this is when it's kind of like your go time. May to June is your go period, when you're going to come out and be seen by people for what you're doing and for whatever you've planted back here. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do one more card. And this is from my personal deck. It's digital, and I will link in the description the link to my web page where you can download the app. Okay. Cancer for spring. What's coming through Cancer for spring? Root chakra. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. And there we go. We have those red candles right there too. Okay, so the root chakra is all about your safety and security. And if you're having self-doubts coming up right here, any fears, a lot of that can come from your root chakra. Like where you maybe not neglected as a child, but if you didn't have enough to eat, if you didn't have enough food, if you didn't have enough love, if you didn't feel safe in your home or in your body, that's all stored as blocks and energy in the root chakra. And so as you're going through the spring, make sure you're working on your root chakra so you do feel safe, so you have this good foundation, because whatever you're starting is going to be successful. But you don't want it to be like, you don't want to build a house on a terrible foundation. You need a solid foundation, and your root chakra is your emotional and energetic foundation. So you need to have a very strong root chakra. So I would say start right now with your root chakra. See where you're energetically blocked or hurting, or if you have any self-doubt, fears, things like that coming up. Check in with your root chakra. See if that's where it's coming from, and do what you can to start healing now. And if not, it's likely to be brought up by the universe, by your guides, to help you work through over the next 3 months. Okay, we will end there. I'm wishing you a beautiful equinox, dear Cancer. And I hope you have a wonderful next 3 months. And I will see you back here again.